You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I am your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, welcoming my co-host, Randy Angston. What's up, Guy?
You sound awfully excited today.
You know what? We're going to talk about the 5 things that I'm excited. We're excited about.
We are excited.
It's had a great couple days. The gym's on fire, like just blowing up, and and we're going to talk about that today too. Why is that? What's going on? So first off, thank you guys. Thank you for listening to our voices over the radio waves that in your earbuds right now. We would love a comment, a review on the Apple iTunes. And guys, if you have not joined our Facebook group, it's Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. It's a free Facebook group. All we do all day is drop knowledge bombs in there. You got 1,000+ gym owners in there that are all vetted, and these are gym owner type folks that are just trying to win the game. And there's a big support group. So go join that, guys, if you haven't already. So
cool. I'll drop a link in the show notes.
Good.
Click it.
Click the show notes. So quick review, we appreciate that, and just thank you for your support so far. We're well over 150 episodes now, and we're moving into our 200th episode. And we ain't stopping.
I ain't leaving.
Unless you guys hate us. If you hate us, tell us, because I would love to not.
Tell us personally. Call me. Don't leave a review with it.
Yeah. Good point. All right, so this episode today, guys, we're going to talk to you about the 5 things that we're excited about, because there's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to be excited about right now. A lot of cool things we've got in the works, and we want to share it with everybody to kind of show you a little snapshot of what's going on in our worlds, and get you all excited as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're focused around growth, and we always have something that we're shooting for, aiming for, and you guys are listening. It's almost like I feel we have some sort of a relationship with our listeners, right? So we're excited about this stuff, and we want to take you along for the ride.
Yeah, let's come along for the ride. So just recently, over the last 2 weeks, I just threw a free challenge out there for anybody that wanted to learn automation.
Yes.
I did this in the Business Talk group, and we talk about automation all the time, but the biggest hesitation with folks is, what does it do? I heard it's complicated. I already have MindBody or Zen Planner. Is it the same thing? And I just needed to show people. Yeah. So I threw it out there, no cost. We gave you a free trial to the software for 30 days. I didn't charge anything for the 3 days. And so far I've taken 14 people over the last 2 weeks through just a quick 3-day challenge. And the challenge is to launch a campaign. 3 days, launch a campaign. So it went great, by the way. And we had people, both weeks. We did it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the last week and this week. And even during the 3 days, we had people booking appointments for past clients to come back in, and they're already making money from the 3-day free deal. And so that was really awesome. In fact, it was so awesome that Keep called me direct and said, "Hey, you got to share what you're doing with these other Keep partners. I would love to hear what you're doing." So I actually did a webinar for them today and taught their headquarters what's going on, and they love it. And they just, I think it's just a great way to show people what automation can do in your business. So we're going to be kind of doing these at random. I don't think we'll do one Labor Day week, but the week after we'll do another one. If you're interested in that, just hit us up or go to the Business Talk group or shoot us a DM.
Yeah, Tim's got there's some floating posts floating around with the link to get in there, and like Tim said, it's free. So if you're on the fence, if you're curious, I mean, you guys have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
free,
no risk at all. So that's exciting. Got 14 people through that, and we're just going to keep doing that over and over. I think it's going to be a blast. And I love this stuff. I don't know why. It's just like I'm super.
It's almost like it's like working to take work off your plate. Like it's you know what I mean.
It's so cool, so cool. All right, the second thing we're excited about is the Growth Summit. We launched the Growth Summit marketing campaign. You may have gotten an email if you're on our list. You've probably seen some posts floating around from other speakers that are sharing that. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, it's a 3-day summit that has 32 different speakers on it, and we're all talking about the same topic, and that is you've got 60 days left of cash, you lost 50% of your clientele, and you need to rebuild your business. How would you do it? 32 different speakers, 30 different, answers. And, to be honest, there were some really, really good ones.
Yeah.
Really good ones, guys. And, one of the speakers, and I won't mention his name yet, we're going to tease you with this. I took what he's suggested to Zach, our fitness director here at Pulse Fitness, and we've converted now 19 of the last 21 consultations using his method.
Look at that.
19 of the last 21, and it was just a change in the way we said a certain thing. It was one change that changed everything. So all of a sudden people are like, yes, that makes sense. Take my money.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Guys, I mean, we talk to systems all the time. That right there is validation that when you have a system in place and you can make a tweak or a change and just one thing becomes a little bit different, now you're testing a whole new system. It's split testing live, right? So the success of that campaign or that process just got that much better because of one simple change. And
Zach's just crushing sales. I constantly, all day, yesterday we signed up three personal training clients.
And a trial.
So 4 in the last day. And we're doing that daily, and it's crazy fun. So that's I'm excited about Pulse. I'm excited about Pulse and the success of Pulse coming out of this craziness. We're riding high. We're happy to be back open again. So, all right. So that's the second thing. Third thing, very cool. I had a friend of mine who's in our Iron Circle mention this to us. He said, you know what, man, I think, I know you love working with these, high-level gyms, but really you don't have anything right now for people just starting out or haven't made it to that maybe $500,000 a year mark. I suggest you put together a coaching group for that folks, those folks, because those people need your help the most,
Sure.
Tim. And so we've been brainstorming this idea, and I think we're going to kick off I don't want to call it necessarily a lower level coaching group, but a entry level. We'll call it entry level
Sure.
coaching group where we're going to not talk high level strategy, but more tactics, right? Let's get some Facebook ads training. Let's get some YouTube ads, some Google ads training. That's the tactical stuff that people that haven't quite made it to the $500,000, $400,000 to $500,000 range, and they just need some help. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I think this is something we should do. So we're excited about that. We're going to be talking more and more about what that looks like.
Yes.
Here's another one. Fourth thing. So something personally I'm excited about is a real estate deal that we're in the middle of. So open escrow a couple weeks ago on a piece of property, a piece of land right here down the street, 2 acres. We're going to be putting a little shopping center there. I've been working with the city and the architects, and it looks like this is going to be a pretty fun deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember my story, but I was in construction for the first half of my professional career. I went to college for construction management, and I worked out of California, Newport Beach area for several years, working with commercial contractors and being a general contractor. And so I'm going back to my roots. We're going to build from the ground up. We're building a new gym. We're building a Pulse Fitness. It's going to be a 2-story monster. A lot of fun, and been getting a chance to kind of get with the architect and start working on designs and layouts and site plans again, and starting to get some bids from contractors. So it's going to be a couple, I'd say a year project, probably a year and a half since the time we started. We've been working on this for a few months. So the goal is to break ground in January and be in that building in October.
The reason I'm really excited about that too is because it is, your story, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
This is the natural progression of what you've been able to do given the success of Pulse, given the ability to step in and create profit, help other gym owners get similar results. And then now this is your opportunity to take things to the next level. We talk about it all the time, guys. You got to have an exit goal, or you have to have a plan in place for your business to be able to, for it to treat you the way it's supposed to. And this is that next progression in Tim's story.
Yeah, appreciate that. I would tell you guys, I've always known owning a building was the right move, but I couldn't do it.
Sure.
Because I was too new in the game and didn't have money to do anything. And so after being in, 2 leases and looking back at financials and looking at all the money we spent in lease to the landlords over the years, it's gut wrenching to look at look at that giant number that you've paid out with no equity coming back to you. And I just know that, even though I've known it was the right way to do it, especially in this area, this is a very expensive area. I don't know if people think of Arizona as an expensive state. I don't know. I don't know what the outside people think, but in North Scottsdale, this is very expensive. So there's 12, 13, 15, $20 million homes right here on the mountain. We could see them from the window of the gym. So it's not cheap to live here
to
or
play the game here.
Yeah. So I've had it. It's taken me this long. If you already own a building, you know what I'm talking about, and it's awesome. So, I look at the gym. I look at like the career and the path of what the exit plan is. I can honestly say like the gym isn't going to make you a millionaire. One gym.
Sure.
One gym. So I have. Like, do I open 5 gyms, 10 gyms, and have all of that going on? Or do I go a different direction and maybe go real estate and, not just our building, we're building other buildings. We could have up to 11 tenants in the center. So we could have, some passive income, some rent, some, obviously the equity in the buildings. And maybe we sell that off and move on after that. So just an exciting phase for me. So just kind of giving you a quick snapshot.
And that's something I know we've teased it a couple times. But we'll, as we get a little bit deeper in the weeds, I'm sure we'll pass along that, because that is, like I said, I mean, in my eyes, that's exciting for all of us, because that's, as our listeners ascend through the levels of ownership in their business, this is a real consideration for other opportunities. How do you get to the next level? How do I, make $1 million for myself without 60 hours a week in a business and things like that. So I'm stoked for this, and it'll be awesome for you guys to follow along.
Yeah, and we're doing some cool things in there that I think we've learned from the pandemic and what the future looks like. We're building a right now it's 2-story outdoor portion to the facility. That's an additional 4,200 feet off the back end of this will be covered, misted, fans, outdoor training, out there, turf. If the city lets us go that way, we may only be 1 story, but that's something I've been toying with for a while. And as I speak to more gym owners out there, I'm hearing more outdoor trainings happening, and I just think it's a good idea.
And we talked about it in the future of the industry podcast,
indoor, outdoor style stuff. So just some cool stuff, and the chance that we can design it ourselves just makes it a lot of fun. We're going to put a kick-ass little conference room up there. We'll have a podcast studio in there upstairs, and so pumped. All right, enough about that. The last 5th thing that I'm really excited about, guys, I mentioned it and I dripped it out there, this Profit First Accounting. Okay, Profit First Accounting is something that I've known about for 4 years now. I read the book 4 years ago, and then another guy came out with a book, Profit First for Micro Gyms, and it's more directed towards the fitness industry, and not just big gyms. We're talking the gyms that we are, and the ones we work with. And this guy name is Josh Briggs, I think. I'll give him a shout out on here, because I read the book, and I read it like, when you're interested in something, you read it like I read it in a few hours, like in a weekend, like just post it up, blitz through it. I called my accountants and I said, hey guys, I think we should try this. And it's a lot more work for them, but they understood. And really, guys, if you haven't heard of Profit First, it's really, think about it as the old envelope system. And so instead of having one giant bank account where all your expenses and all your income come in and out of the same account, you break out several accounts. And for us, there's 7 bank accounts, and the banker has a big confused look when you go and tell him this. But once you get past that portion, you break it down by different categories of expenses. So team account and profit account, tax account, long-term expenses, maybe equipment, operating expenses, stuff like that. And you basically twice a month, you take all your income from your income account and you send it, as percentages into these other accounts. And the kicker here is that the first account you split off is your profit account. So that's the whole point, is profit first. So instead of the old way, income minus expenses equals profit, it's income minus profit equals expenses. So you take your profit off first, and you operate your business with what's left.
Yeah, it's almost like, even for your average, everyday individual, maybe it's not even a business, but your forced savings plan. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows, shell off 5-10% of your income, put it away and forget about it type of thing. You're forcing that from the get-go so that It's not that, well, look at this. I've got money in my bank account. What can I go buy? You know,
And
you've
that's-
taken care of, you've
and that's
padded the pocket.
point. He I don't know what he said. It was this philosophy. I don't remember the name, but he says your expenses will grow inadvertently
Absolutely.
to the amount of money that you have. So instead of living small and growing the profits, you spend more and you're left with the same.
Yeah, you're living up to your means pretty much instead of,
Below your
means. Yeah.
And I just like that only because, I mean, I've gotten this far, 10 years, almost, dude, we just passed 11 years, by the way.
Congrats.
This month.
I guess we didn't even
month.
think about it.
It's just another year, another tick mark on
Yeah.
the calendar. Just and so I don't know where I was going with that, but yesterday an old client came in, like from our first location.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I remember, the gym was open. It was a young couple. Are they still here?" I go, "You're looking at them." She goes, "Oh."
Whoa.
I go, I look that old now, huh? Yikes!
Yeah.
But it was the truth. I have aged.
Let's be honest. You look like a baby in those photos.
I
mean,
know.
guys, go to the GPS and look at some of our old marketing material.
Yeah,
Just
no
send Tim
beard.
screenshots of all that stuff.
I just got some beard coloring in the mail. I'm gonna.
That's because of that comment your past
I
client said.
had already ordered it, but I think I'm definitely gonna go get it out of the mailbox right now and put it on.
In tomorrow's episode or the next episode, we got Hulk Hogan over here.
Oh, the black beard. Yeah, he colored it too. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Hey.
It happens with age. Chicks do it all the time. What am I care about, right?
It's teal. He's going to come back with teal beard.
If it looks dumb, I'm just gonna shave it.
You could always do that. Someone else did.
Yeah. You know anybody that did that?
No, I have no idea.
But yeah, 5 things we're grateful and excited about is all of this stuff. And, on top of this all, ProFit's rocking out and the gym's rocking out. And I've got, a SaaS.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even think about that one.
That is, I can't even tease
Yeah,
on that
we can't
one.
talk about that one yet.
So Zach came to me with an idea a couple months ago, and I was the best idea I've heard in a long time. And you know me,
It's hard to shake things up that much. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things, and it's like, I usually shoot holes in something. But this particular situation, I was very excited about, and we're working with a developer now to see, what this thing's going to cost, and I think everybody's going to use this particular. And by the way, SaaS, it stands for Software as a Service, so it's just like anything. ClickFunnels is a SaaS, Keep is a SaaS, Skipio is a SaaS. It's a software as a service, or a tool for your business. And so we're doing that. So I'm partnering with Zach. He's got a great idea, and we're gonna both see where it goes.
There you go.
But stay tuned for that one. That's actually the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think.
Well, I like today's episode. I mean, obviously our intention behind the Built to Grow podcast is to provide guys with tactical, usable information. Today was a little bit more of a, the ability to kind of celebrate some wins. Look at what we've been doing. Look at where we are, what's exciting, what we're happy about, and pass that along to you guys. Head to your business and do the same. Look at the areas of business, lay out your goals. What excites you? What gets you out of bed in the morning? And if you can't write a list of 5 things at least, then you're doing something wrong. Get back to the roots and figure out what's going to excite you. So,
and I made a post not too long. Actually, it was a the memories post.
Yeah.
It was a post from like several years ago, and I said, as entrepreneurs, a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, is you go along the path of entrepreneurship and you get these great wins, but because you're so driven, you don't ever stop and appreciate what you've built. Because by the time you've built it, you're on to the next thing, and you never really stop and reflect. And I think that's a good kind of thing for everybody to do, is to just stop for a second. What have you built? Turn around and look backwards a couple of years and see, like, man, 2 years ago, we didn't even have this, and we didn't have this gym, and look where our revenue was, and all these things that you should be really grateful of. And then maybe that might reset your mindset to say, man, I'm actually doing something good, because we're never happy. We're never happy with where we're at.
yeah, there's always something to work on.
And it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because we're always driven as entrepreneurs, or driven people are always looking at what can I do next. But I would challenge everybody to maybe stop for a second and turn around and look and just say, man, we're doing good here. We're doing some good stuff, and it might just reset your mind and help you push you into the future. So.
There you go.
I would leave you with that, guys. If you can do anything, just kind of be grateful for some of the things you've accomplished, and keep moving forward, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.